Yo! What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Libraviews. I'm Charlene. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that like button. Now, I know I've been gone for a minute. Now I'm back with the jump off, okay? I just hadn't really been in the mood to make YouTube videos, but, of course, Joseline's Cabaret Vegas is back on. So we're here to talk about season 3. So let's get into it. Now, when the episode first started, they showed all of the season, all the the clips from season 2, and kind of gave us a recap. And I was just kind of thinking, like, damn, like season 2 was actually super, super, super good. Um, and then they open up season 3, and it's kind of like a music video. And I believe the song is called Vegas. I'm not sure if that's going to be the intro to every single episode, because this is the first episode. So I don't know if that's like the intro or if that was just her showcasing her music video. I'm not sure, but I guess we'll see in season, in the next episode, whether that's still the theme song opening up the episode. But the beat's kind of cool. I'm not even gonna lie, the lyrics are trash. But Lexi Blow was in it, and some of the other girls that are on season 3 was in the music video. And Joseline looked, good. She's twerking that big old ass. Joseline has an amazing body, and she knows how to move it. So, the music video was decent, but, overall, I would probably give the song maybe like a 5.5, honestly. So then we open up and we get to the meat and potatoes of the episode. And Joseline walks out with her 2-piece Dolce & Gabbana glittery outfit, and she goes down to meet Ballistic. So Ballistic and her are talking about how, do it like it's your B-day, baby, do it like it's your B-day. Doing like it's your B-day. She was talking about how that song was basically doing really well. And she was talking about how she got recognition from people like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Chloe from Chloe and Halle, just different. And she was actually featured on Issa Rae's Insecure this season. And I remember watching that episode of Insecure being like, I know that's right, Jocelyn, because I know that's a coin, guap, guap when you get a song up in an HBO special. So it's crazy because I was just on Facebook talking to somebody who I went to college with about Joseline, really blossoming, I guess, into her music career and getting that hit, like Do It Like It's Your B-Day. And it really is true the saying when they say, as long as you stay consistent and stay true to yourself, you're going to pop. Like, somebody's going to mess with you, because everybody talked about Joseline's music, how it was trash, how she's not a good artist. Nobody could understand what the hell she was talking about, which in part is kind of true. I don't really like her music like that, but she stayed true to herself. It took her 10 years, but she finally got a song out there that not only gets a lot of streams a week, probably makes her a shit ton of money, that's been recognized by other artists. It actually ended up in an HBO special, which, as long as that episode is on HBO's roster, I believe she's going to get paid for that forever. So it kind of gives me even confidence a little bit to kind of stay the course, even though it may not seem like things are looking a certain way, or it may not seem like whatever. You stick with it, somebody is going to fuck with you. Somebody. And Joseline Hernandez, Do It Like It's Your B-Day, baby, is a prime example of that. So anyway, so we move on, and Joseline is talking about picking, a venue, because, she's doing this cabaret thing. So she's talking to Ballistic about getting a venue, and she says that Lexi and Chanel are coming back. Now, we already know that Chanel won season 2, and Lexi Blow was a strong contender, I guess, in season 2. Now, what I find interesting is that I do believe that Joseline did tweet, or she did say somewhere, that she was not going to bring any of the girls back. Clearly, that was a lie. But, she brought Lexi and Chanel back. So she basically calls them, and she basically tells them that, it's going to be Lexi and Chanel's job to keep the girls in line, make sure they do what they got to do, and basically to not allow the girls into the home until Joseline gets there, which I think is kind of fucked up. It's like, girl, like, but honestly, I think that Joseline and the production team does like little things like that to kind of get the girls riled up. Because when you're restless, when you're hungry, when you're tired, your mood tends to switch and you're more amped to go off on the motherfucker, which is really what they want. So it's like, I see what you're doing there, Joseline. But she basically told the girls, like, Chanel, don't let them bitches in. Make them wait for me. So then we go to Lexi and Chanel. You know, they meet up to kind of talk, and Lexi Blow shows up looking like a straight up East Coast chick. You know, they got the jackets all in the city. I'm in Maryland, so they got the jackets. You know, all I see the style with the studs, the different colors, and all that. That's a style that's going on. I don't know if that's just the East Coast thing or it's just that's just what the girls was wearing. But Lexi came in with her bodysuit on, with her blue jacket, looking like a straight up, with her finger waves, looking like a straight up East Coast chick. Chanel showed up. You know, Chanel looked better than what she did last season. You can definitely tell that, you know, Chanel is, you know, in a better spot than she was last season. Now, I'm going to lie, I feel like that Chanel could have looked better, considering the fact that she was the winner. You would think that, you know, the winner would come back looking like, I mean, you know, together. But, you know, Chanel, she looked better. So that was good. The girls basically talk. Chanel and Lexi talk. They squash their beef. And they basically talk about how Joseline's Cabaret has really helped them. You know, it's helped Chanel upgrade her car, get a place. It's helped Lexi with her shows and being flown out, doing different events. So they basically talk about that. So now it's time to meet the girls. Okay. Now I'm not going to lie, I had to watch this episode twice, and because the first time I watched it, I was kind of tired, but it was honestly not giving what the second season gave as far as the girls were concerned. The girls seemed, season two's cast was amazing. Like the season two cast with, from the Miss Naturals to the Boss Tech to, you know, the double homicide Big Legs to the girl, you know, who coughed. I mean, to the crazy little girl who attacked Miss Natural like a hyena monkey. You know, that cast was a little bit more spicy. So I wasn't really kind of motivated when I first watched it. I had to watch it a second time. And the second time I watched, I can kind of get a feel for how I felt like the girls was going to be. And I think we might have a little good something going on, but I guess we shall see, right? So the first girl we meet is Genesis Henny, I think, you know, her name is. She's like a Latina girl. I don't know if she's from Miami. I don't know if she's from New York. But, you know, she has the bleach blonde, yellow piss hair. And, you know, she's a cute girl. Then we meet Capri. Okay? Miss Capri, she's the 6'3" lesbian girl. Now, I'm not even going to lie. When I first saw her, and this is completely no shade at all, I genuinely thought that was, you know, a transgendered woman. And I thought that they were maybe trying to do something different, you know, as far as, like, you know, bring in, you know, all types of women, you know, cisgender women, transgender women. I genuinely thought that. And not even just because she's 6'3". It's just the fact, you know, she has the really short buzz cut, and, you know, she has very bold features, and, you know, she's kind of in your face, and, you know, she is 6'3". So, you know, I did kind of have some questions about that. But, you know, as the episode went on, besides her being kind of annoying and attacking Wet out of turn, she seems like she's a pretty cool girl. So then we meet Miss Wet. Okay, now Miss Wet looks amazing in her confessional. As far as her weave is concerned, the orange outfit she's wearing with the nipple pasties, you know, with the glitter, she looks amazing. And the car, she looks a damn mess. Okay, her wig is back here. You know, she looked like she was wearing a lot of makeup. It just seemed like it was just a lot of boldness on a very small frame. But, you know, she had her titties out with the tape around the nipples and stuff like that. So she was doing her thing. Then we meet Gia Love. Okay, now this hoe don't say out her mouth, open her mouth up and look us dead in the eyes in the screen and said she was a Christian porn star, which can be possible. But, girl, from what I understand and how you're trying to move, you say that you're, you know, celibate and, you know, you're waiting, you're saving yourself to marriage, but you're also saying that you're a Christian porn star. So it's kind of like, which one is it? But I absolutely died laughing when Shorty came out her mouth and was like, we should find a really rich white man and beat him up. The girls was like, what? Like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? She was like, because they are the ones that have money. And it's like, girl, exactly. So you don't beat them up. You try to finesse them. Like, you don't try to harm them. Like, get it together, Gia Love. So then we go to oh, I forgot to talk about Amber. So we also meet Amber, and Amber is you know, a typical kind of hood chick. She's from West Chicago. She kind of seems to have like a mellow personality until Amber and Miss Wet get into it. So Amber and Miss Wet get into it, and basically what it seems like, for what I gathered from the conversation, Miss Wet was just kind of irritated with the way that Miss Wet Amber was irritated at the fact that Miss Wet Wet had came onto the scene with her titties out, doing the most. To me, it seemed like, maybe Amber was a smidge, maybe jealous. Maybe she wants to get her titties done and she doesn't have her titties done, because I'm just confused on what somebody else's titties being out has to do with you and why you're so frustrated about it. And I can even see why you could kind of be upset about that if there's men, in the midst, because, obviously she would probably get all the attention with her literal titties being out. But there was no men in the equation. I just think maybe she was just a little bit jealous. I'm not, Miss Wet Wet ain't all that, but maybe she was jealous and maybe triggered by the fact that this girl got her big old fake titties out, and maybe that's something that she wants. I find that a lot of girls a lot of females want to have, a small waist and a big ass, but a lot of females definitely desire to have nice big boobs. So, maybe that's what I was getting, but you can definitely tell Miss Wet Wet got her titties done. She was like, they're only 5 months old, and you can tell, okay? Because, every single scene that I've seen her, and it's only the first episode, but every single time I've seen her, them things have been out. You can tell them things is fresh. It's kind of like when a girl get her fresh BBL, you know what I'm saying? And or she done got her body together, and every single outfit that she wears is a come fuck me outfit. When they get their body together, they get their body snatched, or they, are in the gym, or they fucking get a BBL, get a doctor to snatch you up. All they want to wear is come and fuck me clothes, because they want to show off what the fuck they. So I'm like, Miss Wet Wet, okay, we get it. You just got your titties done. Congratulations, girl. So Amber and Miss Wet Wet and, Capri is kind of saying things, they're getting at Amber. They're getting at Miss Wet Wet, but then Amber pulls off Miss Wet Wet's wig. I thought that wasn't cool. I'm like, girl, that girl ain't do nothing to you. She didn't have sex with your man. She didn't call you a bitch. She didn't disrespect you. She didn't steal your clothes. She didn't throw your clothes in the pool. Why are you putting your hands on that girl? Now, that's definitely felt like some super heater ass shit that the bitch was just mad. And for what? Because, Miss Wet Wet ain't even all that. But I'm not, she was clearly triggered by Ms. Wet Wet in some way, shape, or form, and then I guess I'm still trying to figure that out. So then we go back to Joseline and Ballistic. They go to view a venue. Joseline wants a venue that's going to incorporate intimacy. She wants, her fans, and the people that go to the show, she wants them to be able to feel her and touch her. And she doesn't want something that'll be too big. So her and Ballistic, they go and look at venues. So then it goes back to Lexi and Chanel, and they step outside of the house basically to meet the girls. And so the girls get out of the van, and basically Lexi and Chanel tells the girls to get back into the bus to wait for Joseline. So then Joseline tells Lexi and Chanel to just send the girls off to this photo shoot. So these girls have probably been, on the plane all day. They were on the bus, probably drinking, smoking. They came back and met with Lexi and Chanel. Chanel and Lexi told them to get back onto the bus. Now, instead of being able to go into the house, they have to shoot right to the photo shoot, which is, again, I think, goes to what I was saying earlier about how they break these girls down to the sense of we're going to make sure you're tired, you're hungry, you're exhausted, you're, tipsy, you're drunk, and more than likely, you'll be more prone to be irritated. When you're full and you're high and you're drunk and you're having a good time, little stuff probably ain't gonna piss you off. If a bitch says something that does something, it'll probably not piss you off because you're feeling good, you're looking good, you don't care. But when you're tired and you're exhausted and you may not feel as pretty and you may, be, hungry and you've been out all fucking day and you've been fussing and fighting, any little thing will tick you off. So they know what they're doing. So they shoot the girl straight to the photo shoot. And Joseline basically tells Lexi and Chanel to bring the girls, to the photo shoot. So then we meet a few of the other girls. After that, Jordan, Riri/Courtney, the basic white girls that have no personality, pretty much. No shade. I'm not trying to say they don't look good, but, they introduce the people with the personalities first to kind of make the show pop. And then they kind of introduce the rest of the girls as fillers. And then we meet Lollipop, who, when I first saw Lollipop, she was kind of giving me Evelyn Lozada vibes a little bit with her facial structure. But then we meet Lollipop. And then so the girls are getting ready, and Capri basically says that, you know, she went through a lot before she got there. So as the girls are, you know, getting their makeup done, changing their clothes, freshening up for the photo shoot, Chanel basically said that she noticed that Capri was kind of sitting off to the side, kind of, you know, being to herself. And then we learned that before Capri got onto the plane to come to the show, that she had gotten into a fight with a physical fight with her girlfriend. Her girlfriend beat her up. She had a knot on her head and all types of stuff like that. And for any of y'all that know, y'all know that, you know, gay relationships, lesbian, man-to-man, woman-to-woman relationships can be kind of very violent, you know, as far as like, and straight relationships too. So we're not, but I think it's definitely more prone in the gay community because it's the same sex. So it's kind of like physically we both match each other. So you find that it's a lot of physical altercations that go on in gay relationships. So that's not hard to believe. And I'm pretty sure we'll get into that as the season goes on. So then Amber basically starts to complain about Wet Wet. You know what I mean? Wet Wet's at the photo shoot. You know, Wet Wet is at the Wet Wet is at the Wet Wet is at the photo shoot. Wet Wet is feeling herself, honey. Wet Wet is at the photo shoot. Wet Wet is just feeling herself, right? And Amber is bothered. Okay, now Amber done already pulled the girl wig off. Amber done already told the girl that her titties smell like chitlins. And that her titties look like, you know, rubber tires. But Miss Wet Wet being that fake ass model with that wig back to here, it was bothering Amber. So Amber felt, you know, she had to say something to Chanel about it. Miss Wet Wet clearly felt the negative energy. You know what I mean? Miss Wet Wet clearly felt that Amber was bothered. So she starts calling out Amber. This bitch is bothered. This bitch is... And Amber is bothered by Miss Wet Wet for whatever reason. You know, because Miss Wet Wet is not the prettiest one. She's not the baddest one. But something about Miss Wet Wet triggers Amber. And Amber was speaking on it, you know. Long story short, Amber and Miss Wet Wet fight. They get into a physical altercation, pulled each other's wigs off. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say who really won. You know what I mean? Because if you're pulling off hair, I mean, the hair comes off so damn easily. It's like, but you know how it is. You know, the optics. You know, it's like, oh, you pull a wig off, somebody got beat up. But if there's no blood, there's no black eyes, there's no swollen, there's no missing nails, whatever. You just pull the bitch wig off. We'll just call it the truth. But honestly, I ain't gonna lie, this season, you know, after I watched it the second time and I was, you know, I wasn't as sleepy or whatever and I could really pay attention, this season looked like it's gonna be I kind of lost season or whatever. As the season goes along, you know, we obviously see that there's gonna be, you know, a shit ton of fights. Princess Love, you know, from Love and Hip Hop, she's going to be making an appearance. So, yeah, I mean, I think that the show is going to be good. I will be reviewing. So for those of you that made it to the end, thank you so much for tuning into this video. Subscribe, like, and until next time,